everyone. This is Jared Rand, and welcome to the Global Guided Meditation Call for Sunday, February 28th, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern. Can we say to ourselves, in all honesty from the heart-mind, that we love ourselves just the way that you are? Nothing about you needs to change. Nothing needs to change. And notice how it feels to stop improving yourself and relax into simply being you. And then it becomes so easy loving you. All of us are in a constant, it's a mad rat race rush to keep improving ourselves. Improving, getting better, improve and better. But you ever notice that it's never enough. It never ends. And when we realize that we're absolutely priceless, precious, exactly the way we are. And that's all due to the external pull of this world, the external so-called reality of this world. External authority, distraction, mostly external. And remember, for a long time, the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies tried to do everything they could, which for the most part was quite successful, was to take the God out of man. That's not possible, period. Now, it could be an illusion where we believe that the God is outside of us, and truth, the God has always been within. Now you can understand why the civilization has been so distracted and made to believe that it's separate from itself. Again, a lie. All of it is a distraction. All of it. Everything external is a distraction. When you realize, without a doubt, irrefutably, that the ultimate authority of your reality is you. The ultimate authority of your reality is you. The day on which we come to know supreme consciousness within us, then the outside world will also appear to us like the expanse of the supreme consciousness. The whole will be a mirror to us when we become a mirror within. If we stand near a stone, then we will be able to see ourselves even in the stone also. There are so many thoughts flying through our minds every day. On average, roughly about 60,000 thoughts every 24 hours. So no wonder we may get lost living up in our heads and have a hard time keeping track of it all. The mind is a highly activated thinking machine, and it's always presenting us these succulent creative gifts. We can do whatever we wish with these thoughts. We can ignore them, welcome them in deeper, invite them to flow in stronger, store some of them away in our subconscious closet, or even have fun unwrapping one delicious thought after the other, savoring each one thoroughly. The thought that places each of us in complete power of our lives is the one to dwell deeply. The concept which opens your mind up to a universe of new possibilities, excuse me, is the one which needs to be adored and cherished all day long. The thought which ignites the most awesome creative force inside you is best to be held permanently sacred and true if you wish to manifest the most outrageous success in your life. So here's an invitation for you, and it is to meditate upon perhaps one of the most enlightening and empowering thoughts that will ever be tossed across the creative canvas of the mind. And the thought that I would like you to play with this week is that you are the highest authority in your life. You are the highest authority in your life. Now, this thought means that there is nobody and no thing outside of you who has more power than you. You are the creator of your destiny, and you are constantly manifesting the reality you see, smell, taste, touch, hear, and experience around you. Whatever direction and dimension you are placing your attention in each micro moment is what you are seeing, experiencing, and manifesting more of. Moving energy into form, creating into reality. What's amazing is that all of these thoughts appear and disappear continuously out of a source of pure awareness. Everything you want or don't want is being created within this energy of awareness inside of you right now. And whatever you focus your mind upon will grow in energy and frequency. Do not strain yourself to understand all of life's mysteries at once. Accept each one as it comes, fit into the jigsaw puzzle. Knowing that bit by bit each piece will be shown to you and will fit into place perfectly. Become like an empty vessel ready to be filled, Eileen Caddy. Everything in this life is multidimensional and multi-sensual. This means there are many more layers and levels to explore after we scratch the original surface. If you peer with an electron microscope into a drop of water, you will find layers of complex and unexplainable miniature worlds within each deeper world. The great mystery of life multiplies, deepens, and expands the further we peer down the rabbit hole. The same apples to when we meditate on the concept that you are the ultimate authority of your reality. And take a few minutes to sit within the context of this concept and how it applies to your own life. Notice how this little exercise shifts your experience of being alive. When we initially meditate upon this idea for the first few days, we may have a variety of random responses. We may notice our minds rejecting it, denying it, trying to ignore it, or making up a dozen reasons explaining how and why we truly are not the ultimate authority of our realities. Now, you may get caught up in old belief patterns that prove this idea to be completely wrong. Your mind may also surmise that you understand the idea completely and that there's nothing further to learn from it. You could also stop everything you're thinking and surrender yourself completely to this super potent idea and soon discover a plethora of hidden realms and enlightening paradigms within yourself which you never knew existed. Whenever something extremely powerful is introduced into our lives, it tends to disrupt the normalcy we previously had, and we may unconsciously tend to avoid it. Be careful of avoiding this concept on any level because it will place your life on the lower back burner, or worse, drop it into the bottom of the barrel. Whenever we start thinking that we already know everything there is to know about a particular subject, we believe it's a dead idea. And then we relate to that deadened energy within ourselves. There is always something to learn and master. Even the greatest artists work harder to reach a higher state of perfection. When we look at the word authority, we see that the world has, or the word author in it. Authority. Author. You are the ultimate author of your life, who is writing the script, telling the story and tale of who you are and who you are not. What is the story you most want to stop telling? What would happen if you simply stopped focusing on it? When we feel into the quality of being the author of our life story, we can sense there's something firm, solid, and unmovable in it. This is because the foundation of your being is unshakable. You are the one who is undefinable on a spiritual level, and yet on a human level, or mankind level, you spend your entire existence defining and labeling everything around you with words and thoughts flowing through the mind. On a scientific perspective, being the authority of your existence is proven in quantum mechanics. We now know that the basic structure of existence, atoms, electrons, quarks, etc., exist for us only when we are looking at them. They only exist when we look at them. The moment we remove our attention, they mysteriously disappear as if they never existed at all. All quantum physicists agree that atoms, thoughts, don't actually exist in one particular location either. Meaning, if you never look at any one problem or personal issue again, and your mind or imagination never giving it any more energy, it simply disappears from your reality forever. Understand that. That's proven. It's not a guess. If you never look at any one problem or personal issue again with your mind or imagination, never giving it any more energy, it simply disappears from your reality forever. You are truly that powerful. You are the one who decides that atoms exist and don't have priority or precedence inside your brain. You are the sole creator of the reality in your inner world. You are the ultimate authority, and nobody, absolutely nobody is higher, bigger, or more powerful than you. He who thinks he is the doer is also the sufferer. You are pure consciousness beyond limitations, and it is reached by investigation into the I, Ramana Maharishi. As you may have noticed, the rabbit hole tends to become more twisted and complex the deeper we peer into it. Being the grand master and ultimate authority of your reality is not actually a decision or responsibility that you can create, lose, drop, or find one day destroyed. It is your natural essence and your true inherent nature. If you approach the concept trying to acquire it as if it were an idea that could be kept safe like a secret treasure, then that means one day you will feel that you lost it. You cannot acquire what you actually are or lose connection with the source itself. You are not actually the sole doer here. Life is mastering itself, doing what it will through you. You can only forget and become ignorant of it. And by being distracted by more enticing, inviting things of this amazing world, you only need to remember that you are always the manifesting master of your reality and simply cannot be anything else. Another dimension and depth to this enlightening inquiry is asking yourself the top 10 questions you most need to ask yourself around it. For example, if you're not the authority of your life, then who are you? Are you in love with yourself and your life? If not, why not? How are you relating with others you love in your life? What's your relationship with the idea of being empowered, conscious being? What would happen if you started interacting with everyone in your life from this reference point that you are a relaxed, self-appointed authority of your reality? Trying to control others in your relationships, attempting to prove to yourself and them that you're the authority. Are you trying to control others in your relationships, attempting to prove to yourself and them that you are the authority? What would your life be like to be free of any of disbelief around being the absolute creator of your reality? If you ask yourself, why are so many people not living this radiantly alive, self-mastered existence? You may find a lifetime of questions that soon follow. We have only imagined that we are powerless and fearful. We have only imagined that we are powerless and fearful. We believed in the fabrication of this lie because others we loved believed in it. We have also entire lifetimes of victim-like karma that says we are not responsible for creating every detail of our reality. It's from these powerless spokes of our karmic wheel that cause all the suffering in our lives. Once we can digest the truth that we are the center, we are the source of pure consciousness itself that knows no failure, is totally timeless, transcendent of pain, beyond space, and free from all limiting beliefs, then and only then we discover our spiritual doorway to total freedom. When we look at how our consciousness functions, we can see that it behaves much like the hub of a wheel from which your entire life radiates out from. As we see with any wheel, if it has no center, the radius and circumference cannot exist. You are this center, and so everything must stem from you. The spokes of the wheel are your thoughts and feelings, and the totality of the sphere represents your life. If you step back from it all, you can see that the center is completely unmoving. And this is what holds the entire wheel together. While the circumference and spokes continually move, change, and spin, the center remains fixed at the core. We can see things changing around us only because our center is unmoving. If the center was moving, everything would appear to be still. We need a solid reference point or point of view to see movement in action. We are that unmoving source, which does not change, and thus are always influencing that which is around us. You are the sixth central sun, the source of creativity, creating your life in each moment by itself. You are a purely radiant, infinite energy who is inventing everything around it in all directions. You were free before you were born. Your consciousness has always been continuously creating some version of reality, whether you were aware of it or not. Think about all the amazing things you've forgotten throughout the journey of your life. When we can remember what is vitally important, we return to our life purpose and mission. When we are aware that we are the ultimate authority of our every moment-to-moment reality, we are spiritually awakened and have a greater ability to control and decide which direction we want life to go. Through simply realizing we are the ultimate authority, we are free otherwise. Our life acts a lot like a sailboat without a keel or a rudder, and our destiny is blown across the sea by the random yet highly intelligent direction of the wind. When you know you are the ultimate authority of your reality, you don't have to prove it to anybody, and especially not to yourself. From this self-realized perspective, you understand that you cannot lose your power. You cannot lose your power. You always already are the hub of the wheel, and nothing can take this away. Absolutely nothing. You are the power, the core that is manifesting whatever you desire in your life. Never again can this be altered, and no longer are you enticed to play the victim, villain, hero, or unconscious saboteur in your relationships. Instead, you naturally become more of the self-realized creative genius who is co-designing your entire reality from a place of enthusiastic love, lightness, and joy. One who knows the self has nothing more to do, nor has he any more thoughts. From then on, the infinite power will carry out all further actions that may be necessary for him. Ramana Maharishi. You are the supreme ruler of your inner world. This is your territory. When there is no more small you to be hurt or lost, you are truly free. Then you no longer have to unwillingly cross over another treacherous ocean of fear, pain, agony, separation, or lack to find that central paradise of calmness inside your heart and soul. When the ego is lost, the soul is found. When the ego is lost, the soul is found. And your thoughts no longer have power over you anymore. When you truly realize who or what is that force which is always ultimately creating your reality, and that you can never, ever be separate from that again, then you claim your sovereign birthright to master this life in all of its dimension and form. We were all born to enjoy this grand, mysterious, and profound matrix of life. We were brought here to discover a realm of heaven within ourselves, and this is done by having mastery over the mind. It may take you a few days, weeks, or years to master this, yet you have support now. So if you will, go to the place where you're not going to be interrupted, and I'm sure that we all are. And what is the first thing that we care to do? Relax our bodies, head to toe, inside and out. Everything that you collect on emotionality, if it doesn't serve you a greater good or a higher frequency, why carry it? Why have it? Because remember, by being in the now and moment to moment, the moment becomes the past as soon as you move to the next moment. It isn't revisited. It is gone. It becomes inert. Living in our past or going into a future that doesn't exist breeds suffering. Do we care to suffer, or do we care to be free? It's our choice. So just like the body, The body doesn't carry all of that, all the stress, anxiety, fear, worry, lack of mentality. It doesn't like it, and it tells you. So when you just basically say to yourself, this doesn't serve me the greater good, a higher purpose, it depletes, it drains, it moves, it stresses. So you just dump it. It's like a bag of garbage. You just dump it in a receptacle and then walk away. Body responds by relaxing. You'll know it every single time. When you're doing it from the heart-mind, it just becomes lighter, at ease, no conflict, no stress. It's all gone. You dumped it. And so the body relaxes, head to toe, inside and out. You can feel it come over your face, your head, your shoulders, all the way down. And as you do this, we move into the now. The reason is that by moving into the now, you step outside the mind, the ego, the subconscious mind. You watch them. You are not in them. You watch them. They aren't your enemies. It's just that we've been so tricked into believing that there are masters, and they're not, and they make horrible masters but great servants. And a whole understanding here for ourselves is to eventually come to the point where the mind has no control over us at all. So the now is moment to moment. It stills all of those 60,000 thoughts that are flying at us 24/7. Then we embrace. Remember, you're the master, the grand master of your reality. And the now stills all that chatter, all those thoughts. Now, some of us tend to go into the past. A lot of we reminisce and we re-savor memories. But then some of us will sit there too long. Picture yourself in an elephant graveyard, bones and carcasses, as far as the eye can see. Why would we stay there? And then we take it and we bring it into a future that doesn't exist. We create that future from that past, and we live that past in that future. This is why a lot of us run in circles in our life. We keep trying to figure out why do we keep ending up in the same place? Every time we try to do things differently, we end up in the same place. No different than those who step into the future and continually are caught up in wondering when, how, and they stress and fear and worry about the future by wondering when is this going to be? When am I going to have this? When am I going to meet the right person? When am I going to be healthy? All of this stuff. But the now is all we have. It is the reality. The now, moment to moment, space between heartbeats. And how do we stay in the now? We have those thoughts that kind of slip in, and they carry us off. But when we're consciously aware that these thoughts are carrying us off, that we've grabbed onto, we can just say, it's fine, it's no big deal. I'll focus on my breath, my divine positive energy, that which holds the kingdom of God within this body, and then I'll be in the now. And by practicing this, you'd be amazed on how every step of the way you become more and more on automatic. It kicks in every time you wander off. And you say to yourself, focus on my breathing, my divine positive energy. And the breath, that we take it so much for granted, focuses us, strengthens us, eases us, relaxes us. I mean, it does a lot of things. So we stay in the now by focusing on our breath. Now you step outside and you watch your body. Your body's seated, relaxed, and you see going up through the center of it these beautiful, brilliant, 7 colored wheels of light going from the base of your spine all the way to the top of your head. And in the center of these, you see that they're all different flowers, and they all have different geometrical shapes in the center of those flowers. You also see kind of like a sparkling energy effortlessly moving straight through them. And this energy is your God Force Love Light energy. It's your prana, your chi, your ki. So you take your divine positive energy and you pair it with your God Force Love Light energy. And you watch as you move them through the center of your body. And you start with the red wheel of light, the root chakra, the Muladhara. And this deals with our survival, and it is blocked by our fear. Then we move to the orange wheel of light. This is the sacral chakra, the Vadasthana. And this deals with our pleasure, and it is blocked by guilt. We move to the golden yellow wheel of light. This is the solar plexus chakra, the Manipura. And this deals with our willpower, and it is blocked by shame. And then we move to the emerald green wheel of light, the heart chakra, the Anahata. And this deals with our love, our relationships, our self-acceptance. And it is blocked by grief. And then we move to the blue wheel of light, the throat chakra, the Vishuddha. This is self-expression. Deals with truth. It is blocked by lies. Then we move to the indigo wheel of light. Third eye chakra, the Ajna. It's our intuition, sense of purpose, direction in life, insight. It's all blocked by illusion. And then we move to the violet wheel of light. This is the crown chakra, the Sahasrara. And this deals with the connection to the divine, with cosmic energy. And it is blocked by ego attachment. So we've moved these energies all the way up to the center of these chakras, these energy vortexes. They bridge us. They're not physical in the body, they're etherical. And they bridge us to the spiritual realm, the spiritual plane. They connect us back and forth, astral plane. The God. And so we hold them at the top of our head briefly. We are light, we are love, we are God. And in that brief moment, we condense and compress them into pure liquid energy, omnipotently powerful. And then we release them over our pineal gland. Pineal gland is very important to us while we're in these bodies. None of us have a fully functioning one yet. It is the gateway to all the particles of existence. When it's fully operational, it connects directly to divine God source, the pure consciousness. Everything and everything, yet nothing and nothing. So you can view it how you see it through your heart, mind's motion picture. I see it as green ball, rosebud. So when I release this liquid energy, omnipotently powerful, over this rosebud, it immediately, instantaneously transforms into a massive rose, fully bloomed, multicolored petals, wondrous fragrance, and it's sending out these shimmering waves that just kind of blend into me. And it is such, each wave is such a deep, eternal peace. I feel totally in relaxation beyond what you could ever think of in the physical world. There's no care. There's no concern. There's no worry. There's no stress, no fear. It's almost as if the external world is like a suit that you have taken off, dropped it in a receptacle, never to visit it again. Total silence, total bliss, a self-discovery in the God that you are and the Grand Master of your reality. We're consciously aware that we're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love. These bodies that we're in, the heart mind, the ego mind, the subconscious mind, the higher self, the spirit, the soul, the God, the pure consciousness, all one. We're heaven on this earth. Literally, heaven on this earth. And every step we take, we create paradise. And we shine the light, the God force, love, light, energy deep within our cores, outward, which floods everything, saturates everything. All of our brothers and sisters, whether awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universes, we are flooding with our light. So you look at this planet, and you see its liberation, and you see billions of gods that make up the one God, the collective consciousness, shining their light, creating paradise, heaven on earth, and you got a planet that's a God planet that glows. Because all of us are shining our light outward. This is nothing like a flashlight. And we communicate with other parts of the one, the collective consciousness, of which we all are, to those who are conscious. So we call upon all the light energy beings and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. But only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude, will hear us, feel us, and be with us in this meditation. And they come in the Gugaplexes, and one Gugaplex fills this entire universe. And they come in trillions of Gugaplexes from every direction. And they are with us now consciously. We have the archangels, the cherubim, seraphim, the archetypes, ascended masters, Kuan Yin, Maitreya, Buddha, Lakshmi, Ganesh, Gaia, Saint Germain, Sananda Christ, El Moria, Medantia, Pel, Thoth, Yella, Yeshua, many, many, many more. Now the archangels, cherubim, seraphim, the archetypes, they vibrate at a different frequency than we do. They're a civilization that has a different frequency. So we don't see them like we see each other. But we do meet with them in this life more than we know. It's a conversation. It's an interaction out of the clear blue. Usually it's never planned. It just happens. And a lot of the times we walk away and it dawns on us through the heart-mind, that was just not a regular conversation. That was a meeting with an angel. And the message is pretty consistent. It's conveyed different ways, but it's still how wonderful, fantastic, phenomenal it is to live and be alive in these bodies. That's the message. They teach us all the time, and we teach them all the time. We are all students and teachers, learning continuously, endlessly. Absolutely amazing. Now, they can house a large number in a small area because of their vibrational frequencies. They can surround us in the thousands. Ascended masters are those who have mastered ascension into physical form, out of physical form, hold pure consciousness God form. We have ascended into physical form, or mastering physical form, and we're creating our experiences to perfect our creations. And we become clear and consciously aware that we are the grand masters of our reality and that we create everything in this life. As soon as we give it attention, energy begins to move into form, and we create it into the reality, of which we are the grand masters of our reality. Now, of course, both the ascended masters and the archangels, cherub, and seraphim are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude always. We call out to all of the inhabitants of inner earth, hollow earth, Agartha, and beneath earth. Many, many, many civilizations, but yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, the forming of the circle of light and the complete liberation into the higher and higher and higher frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the off-worlders, all the galactics, all the celestials, a whole bunch of them. We're familiar with a smidgen of them. Over 1,000 travel through the solar system every day. Trillions travel throughout the universes every day. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, in the forming of the circle of light. Now, they are in uncountable numbers. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with are the Pleiadians, the Sirians, the Arcturians, the Andromedans, the Feline, the Zeta Reticuli, the Nords, the Greys, the Draco, the Reptilian, the Golden Pyramid, the Avian. Many, many, many more. They've been assisting us in our evolution, in our enlightenment, in our ascension, freeing ourselves from our own self-imposed bondage and our own self-imposed slavery. And they come in uncountable numbers. And they are with us now, consciously. We call upon all of our loved ones, all those who have ascended out of body in this lifetime and all lifetimes that we've inhabited. Only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation, and the forming of this circle of light, and the complete liberation of this planet. And they come in the billions, and they are with us now consciously. We call upon all the light energy beings who have decided to be housed in the following forms on, in, above, and below this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation. We're only familiar with a smidgen of them. Yet only those who are consciously aware that they're of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal love, and of and from the highest of deepest, deepest, deepest eternal gratitude can be with us in this now, in this meditation of forming this circle of light. And their numbers are in the trillions. They come in color, shape, sizes, forms, configurations, which we've never seen before. And the ones that we're kind of familiar with, fairies, the sprites, the elves, the gnomes, the dwarves, the trees, the trolls, the elementals, earth, air, water, fire, ether, wood, the mermaid, the dolphin, the whale, the pegasus, the unicorn, the centaur, the minotaur, and many, many, many more. And in the trillions, they are with us now, consciously. And arm in arm, hand in hand, all gathered, all one. We're in full compassion, non-judgment, non-ego, non-negativity, stillness of mind, gentleness, kindness, generosity, humbleness, bliss, joy, peace, tranquility, benevolence, prosperity, abundance. And we are all one. And we are all God. And we are all love. And our God force love light energy is in all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever, and continues to intensify, and it continues to expand. See it and feel it expanding everywhere. We immediately form this massive circle of light around the equator of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya, in this now, in this meditation, and the liberation of this planet Earth, Gaia, Arya. This circle of white light comes from the core, comes from the soul, the God source, the God force love light energy. And we shine it out. And it is so bright that it grays out the darkness of sacred space. It would take over 1,000 billion suns just in this solar system to come close to its radiance. And we flood our brothers and sisters, awake or asleep, all life, the highest supreme value in the universe, this planet, this celestial, everything and everything, with pure, deep, eternal love. This is our light. This is who and what we truly are. Lifting all the vibrational frequencies into higher and higher and higher harmony and deep eternal love and gratitude. Complete liberation. Now, we begin to ascend above this planet, and as we do, we're immediately met with this massive ocean of glitter. It's everywhere. Uncountable numbers of reflecting lights shooting everywhere. Colors never seen before. When we look close, we see these perfectly etched microscopic mirrors reflecting all of this beautiful divine light of all of us gathered here on and off world for this meditation and liberation of this planet. It's absolutely magna glorious, stupendous, filling all of us with that light of which we are. God, force, love, light, energy. We're immediately met with the emerald green flaming healing light of Archangel Raphael. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we are the power of healing. We are then met with the violet, blue, purple flaming light of Archangel Michael. This is a column of light that reminds us all of our omnipotent power, strength, and resolve. We are then met with the white fire. This is a column of light that reminds each and every single one of us that from head to toe, inside and out, eternally, always, we are imbued with a white fire armor. This armor emanates from our God force love light energy, which is the core of our being. We are protected from any demons, any attachments, any entities, any lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies. We are protected from everything. 24/7. Unending, always. Nothing can harm us. But only you have the power that if you lower your frequency low enough, consciously or unconsciously, through hatred, anger, greed, envy, stress, fear, anxiety, you will create a breach in your white fire armor. Enough so to allow the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies to come flooding in. If you do decide to do this, you are then immediately met with the purple transmuting flame. This is the column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the purple transmuting flame. We can transmute all the lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies into neutral light substance, and then we can send them to pure consciousness where they are no more. They are permanently gone. We are then met with the violet ray. This is a column of light that reminds us all that we can bring in the violet ray right behind the purple transmuting flame. We can literally cleanse and purify the area where these lower dark matter, survival matter frequencies were, sealing the breach in our white fire armor, restoring our harmony of the higher frequencies of deep eternal love and gratitude. We're then met with the golden white pink light. This is a column of light that reminds each and every one of us that we are the sun, the sunlight. The sun rises and the sun sets. The rain and the rainbows. The trees, the forest. The clouds, the sky. The oceans, the rivers. The lakes, the streams. The animals, the soil. We are everything. So the next time you see a beautiful sunset or sunrise, or snowfall, or rainfall, and you're in awe of it, of its beauty, of its grandeur, its splendor, you're actually in awe of you. We continue to ascend above this planet. Some of us step outside our physical form, if we're holding physical form, and float effortlessly above it. We come into full view of this massive crystalline light tower. We created this tower. It's larger than the solar system. In the center of the column, we see this massive oblong sphere. In the center of the sphere is this humongous golden white light ball, and we watch as it sends out these loving mists glitter mist that penetrate us, saturate us, head to toe, inside and out. And it's surrounded by endless rings of colored, shimmering light. And each one is also pulsing out a mist, a wave, penetrating, saturating all of us right to the deepest part of our core. Gratitude, well-being, peace, prosperity, abundance, deep eternal love. All of it. Continuously, always, eternal. And this is all reflections of who and what each of us are. We look at the top. We designed it so the golden ocean can come streaming down, water falling 360 degrees, saturating, penetrating all of us in deep eternal love and gratitude, flooding everything, this entire planet, its surface, beneath it, on it, in it, above it, and below it, with pure, deep, eternal love. All of us are drops of this golden ocean. The ocean is the drops, and the drops are the ocean. We also hold the essence of this ocean. And the only illusion is separation. We look and see our meditative sphere. It sits center circle. We all created this sphere over 3 years ago. It holds well over 1,200 of our meditations in perpetual motion. These meditations are expanding constantly from all of us, on, off world, uncounted numbers. Hundreds of millions, part of the collective consciousness, the God source, the one, liberating this planet as we're in this meditation in this now. That's why this sphere can be seen, heard, and felt, and all that there is, ever has been, ever will be, ever beyond, and forever. This is why it continues to intensify and it continues to expand. You feel this. You know this. It is in the deepest of your core. One who knows the self has nothing more to do, nor has he any more thoughts. From then on, the infinite power will carry out all further actions that may be necessary for each and every one of us. I'll join you in the meditation and return to close us out. Take an easy breath in through your nose, and an easy breath out through your mouth. Move easy and slowly. The day on which we become or come to know the supreme consciousness within us, then the outside world will also appear to us like the expanse of the supreme consciousness. The whole will be a mirror to us when we become a mirror within. If we stand near a stone, then we will be able to see ourselves even in the stone. Take this with you for the rest of the day, into the evening and night, and the following morning. We will return here Monday. I want to make sure. Monday, March 1st, 2021, 3 p.m. Eastern, to continue our global guided meditation call.